Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Monday morning and I am out for my second walk of the day. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. I actually just came back from my first walk with my hubby and my dog. We went for a 2-mile loop around the lake, and Ed had to stop after that. He has physical therapy today and he doesn't want to push it. So I ran home and got my camera and my gloves because my hands were freezing on the first walk, and I decided to go for another 2 miles. I had a pretty laid back weekend. It rained all weekend and didn't get a lot of steps in. Today I'm making up for it. I'm gonna go 4 miles this morning. Already did 2, so I'm already halfway there. While I'm walking here, I want to talk to you a little bit about my diet. I have had a lot of questions lately about the amount of fat that I'm eating. I've lowered my fat intake to, I'll get into that in just a minute, but I've lowered my fat intake down. Typically, a ketogenic diet is seen as a high fat intake and a very low carb intake. I've eaten a lot of different ways, okay? Tried a lot of different things. I've done the Mediterranean diet. I've done the low fat diet. I've done Weight Watchers. I've done keto. I've done ketovore. I've done carnivore. I've even tried vegetarian. I think that when I get new viewers that tune into the channel and they might be watching like some of my older videos when I was doing keto or carnivore, and they get the sense that that's what I'm still doing. And so I will get questions frequently about my diet that I'm eating right now. I get questions like, don't you think that you're not eating enough fat? Because for keto, typically people expect to eat a higher fat intake. And I've been talking lately about lowering my fat intake. And so people will see that and they'll say, oh, well, that's not keto, or that's not carnivore. I get that one too. Like, I'll be eating a salad and someone will say, so that's not carnivore. And I know it's not. But at one point in my journey, I did do carnivore. And so I can understand the confusion when people come to the channel that haven't followed me through the whole 4-year journey, and they see, kind of all over the place. Here I have a keto video, and I have a Keto 101 series playlist, and I have carnivore challenges and, all that. At those times in my journey, I was eating differently. I was trying different things. I think one of the best things that I did was to go carnivore for a while. When I went carnivore, I think it gave my body a chance to heal more. And it also helped me to learn, as I added foods back in, what foods aggravated my body. So if you're someone who has health issues, maybe you have metabolic disease, you might be diabetic, type 2, you might have autoimmune disease symptoms, or you may have been diagnosed with autoimmune symptoms. You may be having migraines. I get a lot of people tune into my channel because I used to have debilitating migraines. And I get questions from people very frequently about how long it took for my migraines to stop. I share what happened to me, and I can't guarantee if you do carnivore or keto or eliminate processed foods, like, I can't guarantee that is going to make your migraines stop. It's just what happened with me. And I have heard from others who it's happened to them as well. What do I consider my current way of eating? It's so hard to label it. I know that I'm heavy meat based. I know that I eat low carb. I tell people I'm low carb meat based, okay? I don't know if that's even a category, but that's what I eat pretty much. Low carb, meat-based, whole foods, okay? Forgot about the whole food part, which is very important. If you stick to eating what God has given us, meat, vegetables, some occasional fruits, you're gonna automatically start to feel better if you eat a whole food diet. So low carb, meat-based, whole foods. That's how I describe my way of eating now. So I don't consider myself to be keto. I'm eating too many vegetables now to be ketovore. Carnivore is basically eating animal products, meat and animal products. Some people consider carnivore just meat, like just beef. There's different levels of carnivore. The top level of carnivore is beef and salt. No spices, no dairy, just beef and salt. And if you're wanting to do an elimination diet because you have health issues and you want to do that for a period of time so that your body can get all that other stuff out of its system, and then you can start incorporating foods back in a little bit at a time to learn what foods aggravate your body and what foods you can tolerate. It's a great way to do it. I wish there was just a short little word that I could call it, that I could say, oh, I'm doing this diet. But there's not that I know of. I'm just eating what foods support my body the best. And I had to learn that through a 4-year process. It's taken a long time, and even still learning. So recently, I tried adding sweet potatoes back in a couple of times, and I can't eat sweet potatoes. They are not good for my gut, okay? So I learned recently I can't do that. Now I can eat an occasional corn on the cob, and I had no issues, okay? So it's just all about learning what foods best support your own body, and the best way to do that is to do a process of elimination. Go to the foods that are the least inflammatory, and that is meat, and do that for a while. If you're struggling with your health, I recommend it. It is something that will really help you to learn what foods support your body the best. Now, it's not going to be a quick thing. You're not going to be able to eat like 1 week of all carnivore and then start adding things in to see what foods irritate you or not. The process of healing could take months. So you may want to try a 30-day carnivore. I like to call it a cleanse. You're just cleansing yourself of all the foods that could possibly be aggravating your system. Everybody's different. Some of you may be able to eat a sweet potato and have no issues. Some of you may not be able to eat a salad like I do, and you may have a lot of issues. So you have to find what works best for your own system, okay? And so I recommend at least 30 days carnivore. 60 days would be awesome. If you could go 60 days just eating meat, eliminate spices, eliminate anything that could cause you any kind of irritation, inflammation, joint pain, and just stick with the beef and salt. If you're really sick, like if you're desperate and you're ready for your body to heal, I recommend that because it's very effective. Let's say you're just doing a beef and salt diet for 30 days. So after 30 days, you're going to want to start adding in eggs. Some people have issues with eggs. Now, I don't recommend adding 2 or 3 different things in at once. You're going to want to add something in for a couple of days and see how you feel. For me, it's pretty much overnight. I start feeling the effects of something that's not supportive to my system within that next day. So if you're fine after a couple days, then add in some chicken and try that for a little while. And then same thing. If you're doing fine with the chicken, add in some pork, add in some different things, and really pay attention to how your body is responding. Then if you want to move past that and start dabbling in vegetables again, do it a little bit at a time. I went from carnivore and started adding in like big salads, and I started feeling, I was having some serious gut issues, okay? And I thought that I was intolerant to vegetables. I thought, that's it, I'm intolerant. I'm just gonna have to stick with eating meat. But I kept with it, and I just kept dosing myself little doses of vegetables here and there. And eventually my system got straightened out and got kind of acclimated. Acclimated is a good word. It got acclimated to those foods again. And I'm able to tolerate them now. And I use vegetables as filler foods now. So I base each and every meal around meat. Animal protein is the most important thing to me. And if I had to go back to anything, one thing, it would be animal protein, okay? It's like the most important part of my each and every meal, okay? But I use vegetables. Yesterday I made a big taco salad, and I had like 2 cups of baby leaf lettuce in there. And it really helped bulk up my food. So I felt pleasantly full. I felt like I was able to eat a lot. And those calories in the lettuce are minimal. They're so low, okay? Before, when I didn't add the veggies, I would just do taco meat, sour cream, a little cheese, a little salsa, sometimes guacamole. And it was fine, but yesterday I thoroughly enjoyed that big bowl of lettuce. That was nothing. It's nothing in the grand scheme of calories. A bowl of lettuce, it equals up to very minimal amount of calories. It helps me as a filler to my meals, so I feel like I'm getting more for very less calorie. So the question, why am I eating lower fat? So your body prioritizes what it burns. And the first thing that your body will burn is alcohol. So if you are one who drinks alcohol, your body's going to prioritize that because it needs to get rid of it, okay? Fast, because alcohol is just not good for your body. Let's just face it, okay? So your body's like, okay, we need to get rid of this. It burns that off first. The next thing that your body will prioritize burning is carbohydrates. And that is why when you're trying to burn fat, you lower your carbohydrates, because your body will choose burning carbohydrates over fat all day long, because it's easy for your body to burn carbohydrates. When you are limiting your carbohydrates, your body will then go and burn fat. What I have found out for my own self, for me, okay, I'm getting the best results by limiting my dietary fat intake. Eating animal fat is good, okay? I cook my food in butter and in bacon grease. We need fat every day. I have found for myself that when I eat higher fat, my body will go to the dietary fat and burn the dietary fat. And if I'm eating a lot of dietary fat, then my body won't burn the stored fat that's deep down. And it's easier because it's like, oh, here's all this free fat floating around. I'm going to go ahead and eat this. Well, if I'm eating a lot of it, it never gets to my stored body fat. So for myself, I have found that cutting back on dietary fat has helped my body to be able to get to the fat stores and burn up that stored fat. All right, so that is why I'm doing lower fat right now. I believe personally for women, we need to have a certain amount of body fat. I don't know what that certain amount is, but I think that having some body fat is actually a good thing. It's good for our hormones. I don't aspire to be an ultra lean, very low body fat person. That's not what I'm striving for. So if I ever got to where I feel like I'm looking too thin, and play with the dietary fat amount and see how it does. And that may become part of my journey on here later on. We'll see. But I just wanted to explain it a little bit more, especially for those that are newer to the channel and haven't really followed me through my years of trying all these different things. I don't consider myself any of those food titles. I just eat the foods that support my body the best. If I do try something new, it's going to be a whole food. I'll tell you that much right now. I did try sourdough bread not too long ago, and I did a video on that. It was just a little tiny slice, and it didn't affect me positively. So if I'm adding in foods, they're going to be whole foods. And I'll let you know how that goes as my journey goes along.
All right, so I got to go do something with my hair. I got back from my walk and Ed was making breakfast. So I went ahead and made myself a bowl of the porridge that I've been making. I'm going to put a picture of it right here. Ed was warming up some ham that our neighbor next door brought us last night. He had went to a dinner and they had ham, and he thought of us because he knows we're big meat eaters. So he brought us a little bit of ham, and Ed made an omelet, and I had a couple of slices of the ham on my plate, but I only was able to eat one piece of the ham because I was just so full from the porridge. It was very good ham. So Ed just left for physical therapy. I'm going to take the next little bit and go through the house, make the bed, start some laundry, straighten up the house a little bit, and I'll be back. And also, I forgot to mention that I got 9,000 steps on my walk this morning, my 4-mile walk. I think that's a great way to start the day, and I just wanted to share it. It's 2 o'clock, and Ed decided he wanted to go out to the woods to one of his hunting spots and change out the memory card, his camera out there. And I was making ice cream. I have some peach ice cream here, protein ice cream. I'm gonna tell you how I make this in just a little bit. He asked me if I wanted to go out there with him. Got Sapphira too. She's gonna wait in the car. I'm gonna walk with him to his hunting spot and get some more steps in. I have over 10,000 steps in, and it's 2 o'clock. So I'm about to go through some rough terrain in the woods. This in here is just one container, one single serving size container of Too Good yogurt, the peach flavor. And also a scoop of vanilla prime protein powder and nut milk. The Too Good yogurt made it so peachy and so good. It's delicious. So I'm having this on the way to the woods. This whole container is like 200 calories. If I even end up eating it all, it's very filling because of all the protein. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I'll do a demo on how I made this with the Too Good yogurt at another time. So just checking in, letting you know I'm having this, and get ready to go out and get some steps in the big bad woods. It is almost 5 o'clock and we are making dinner. We are having Smashburgers tonight. Ed is making the Smashburgers out on the griddle right now. I took 1 pound of ground beef and divided up into 4 bowls, and then he does Smashburgers with them. So we're gonna be eating each a half a pound of burger tonight. I told him to put 1 slice of cheese on one of my burgers and no cheese on the other. I'm gonna stack them together on a bun. I'm gonna show you my bun in just a minute. I'm just gonna have 1 piece of cheese on there. I don't need to have 2 if I'm having it on a double burger. So I'm gonna make a salad real quick. So I make buns out of egg whites. If you're new here, these are over on my website. They're called Hawaiian rolls. And I also have a video where I've done demonstrations on how I make these, and I will link that either down below or at the end of this video as the video to choose from to watch next. And this is it. Doesn't it look like a regular hamburger bun? Like, check it out. It's great. This is a great way to have a bun if you want to have like a burger or a sloppy Joe or something like that. I'm gonna get everything together and I'll show you what my burger looks like. All right, you look at the size of these Smashburgers. They're big as my face. Oh my goodness, I'll be right back. All right, check it out. I had to like fold my patty over a couple times to get it all on the bun like that, but doesn't that look great? And then, so I thought I had hamburger buns for Ed, and
it's a hot dog burger.
They were hot dog buns.
Taco, whatever.
So he's making it work. I have salad too with some of my homemade ranch dressing.
Best ever.
Yeah, it is good. Lettuce, radish, tomato, cucumber. It's going to be great. So this is dinner tonight. That's going to be it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. Hope you enjoyed the talk this morning about the different diets. All of the diets are great diets. Keto's great. Ketovore is great. Low carb's great. Carnivore is great. They all have a place in where they should be wearing matching tops.
Yeah, that's
Shirts.
all true what she said, but low carb revelation's the best.
So they're all effective and they all have their place, okay? I was talking earlier about the carnivore diet being the best elimination diet. That is it. If you are someone who is trying to heal of a bunch of things that are going on metabolically and all of that, then that is a great way to start. So, all right, check it out. Burger, salad. I'm gonna go eat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you real soon. God bless.